So as of right now, with Caleb Wilson, speaking of that, by the way, because I did forget.
As of
So,
right now, he's set to return on
so as
Saturday.
of right now, yep, Wilson and Davis do have a decision to make when it comes down to that situation. As of right now, Caleb Wilson has said himself that that he had set the return date for himself to be March 7th. So that's what he expects to do, and that's what he's looking for, is to be back for the Duke game. But keeping it heel thinks maybe hold off until tournament. I mean, I'm
Let it
cool.
ride.
Like if he's good enough either way, if he knows for a fact he's 100% good to go, cool.
Not even 100. If he is comfortable enough, if he can go through a physical drill and a physical practice and comfortable enough to say, "Yep, I can do it," let it ride.
Let it ride.
Anything to beat Duke, let it ride.
If there's any doubt at all, then sit him. Don't even force it. Let him wait till the ACC tournament. Then we'll come back then.
Let it ride and let him do his thing.
Because keeping it heel, keeping it heel, they want it. It's not all on him. However, instead of this will be a decision made by the team doctors and head man Hubert Davis. Again, Wilson wants to play. We know that. With that said, Davis needs to step in and make the easy decision. That's for Wilson to rest up against Duke and wait for the ACC tournament and NCAA tournament.
No, because here's the other thing. It's like ACC tournament and everything. It gives you momentum, and to me, you want Wilson to be ready to rock and roll, and you're gonna get rest in between the start of the ACC tournament, right? Even if it's a couple days.
We can't get a large margin win anymore because for some reason it's an effort thing.
Because we don't play defense and contest threes.
Like we don't, yeah. Well, it's like we play lackadaisical defense once we get up high enough, and then they start coming back, and we have to lock in, and we lock in way too late half the time. So it's a problem.
We're just like, we gotta lock in real quick. Hold up.
And funny thing is, like I said, even the same page thinks they're thinking the same way we're kind of thinking about it. They're like, you got to think about it one way. At the same time, imagine Wilson comes back, it's too soon, hurts his hand even worse, and then he's out the entire postseason. And if that ends up happening, everybody's going to look at Davis. It's like, okay, you were being reckless with your best player. When at the same time, the best player wanted to play.
Okay, and here's the other thing.
They cleared him. The team doctors cleared him. All that. You can't just put that all on Davis. My thing is, what you can do to kind of alleviate that is restrict his minutes just a little bit. Like, don't throw him in full game minutes like you have been doing. Cut him back just a little bit. Make sure he gets enough rest, so on and so forth. Can just have team doctors check on him throughout the game to see how his hand's feeling. Just keep it on notice. Even if you can put him in full game minutes, like I said, keep an eye on it, keep it monitored throughout the game.
Here's my
annoyed with it, but
I'll say
the measures.
I'll say
possibly even coming.
Everybody says the whole, if you play him too early, what if he gets hurt too soon? That's a viable, valid point. Here's the other valid point. You don't play him at all. He comes into the ACC tournament. He looks bad, and because he's not in rhythm, he gets hurt and hurts that hand. Now we already lost him at the NCAA, not even the ACC. Let's say we wait till the NCAA tournament. We wait till the NCAA tournament to give him more ample rest. He comes off, looks bad, not in rhythm, not flowing. Then he gets hurt. Now we've lost him for the NCAA tournament, point blank period, and we don't have time for him to recover. At least now, if he plays now and somehow gets hurt or has a setback, we have just a couple weeks, 2 weeks or so for him to heal back up to get ready for the big tournament, the tournament that matters the most. We have time for him to get in rhythm because he's missed the last couple of weeks. And nothing prepares you. I don't care what practice you go through. Nothing prepares you for game time speed like playing at game time speed. Nothing prepares your body for playing at game time speed. And
He played
yes,
the round of the first of the
he
game
did.
after he hurt. After he hurt, this is fact. He played the rest of the game after he hurt. He sure did. And I think the other thing is you also got to see, even when he hurt, like even with the hurt hand, it's been what, 4, 5 games.
5 games over the span of probably about like 2 weeks.
So yeah, so
Because he,
two,
'cause he hurt
maybe
it
three, maybe
again.
three.
He hurt it in the Miami game, right?
Yeah, he hurt in the Miami game. So it's been like 2.5, maybe 3 weeks.
Because
So even with that in mind, even if he rehurts the hand, there's still a good chance that he's going to be back in for at least the ACC tournament.
yeah, it's been 6. Because the Miami game, it's been 6 games since the Miami game, and the Miami game was back on February 10th. It has been next week will make it a full month. So this weekend it'll essentially been a full month since that happened. It'll been
So
three.
yeah,
It'll be 3 days shy of a full month of 4 weeks.
so even like a quick little setback, I don't really think that's going to put him out for long enough for it to make much difference.
And then if we look at it,
Caleb got to get. I mean, you do got to give him props, but you also get. But
I
here's the
know.
thing: you were at this point. He was forced to play Zayden High at this point.
I ain't
And
gotta give him
I have
props.
to admit, I have to admit, putting Zayden High in the rotation has definitely been a big boost with him being gone.
So
No, he's not a big point getting guy, but because he's wanting to rebound as often as he is, with his rebounds totals over the last 5 games, yeah, no, like that was gratefully needed. That was greatly needed. Stevenson has stepped up a tremendous amount since Caleb's been hurt.
so I'm looking at the scheduling, right? Looking at the scheduling. So March Madness, like the actual first round, begins on the 19th of March, right? That's
I hope we
after.
don't seen him yet. We don't need to see him at this point.
So I was looking at the scheduling, right? The actual first round begins on March 19th. Oh, snap. They're doing first 4 up here in Dayton again. I might go see that. But it starts 19th. If Caleb were to play this week, on the 7th and he gets hurt, that's still 2 weeks to March 19th to get ready if he wants to play in the first game of the tournament. That's why I say I would go ahead and let it. If he says he can go, I'm with you if you want to do the minutes restriction. I'll concede on that. If you want to do the minutes restriction, like instead of playing 32 minutes, he plays 25. If you want to do that, I can go with you on that. But if he says he can go and he's comfortable, you got.
I mean, I'm not going to
say you gotta let him. I'm just saying you gotta let it ride, because the other thing is, as a coach, you'll be able to see if he can do it.
I think it was what it said. It was a
broken
fracture in his hand, right?
Yeah, it was a.
And then to answer your question on Isaiah Dennis, it's more like we'll see him on the court when he's earned more minutes on the court. Like he hasn't really. I think the most minutes he's played in any game so far this year has been 8 minutes, and that was against EC, won by 44.
Yeah, it was a fracture in his left hand. The only thing I will say is that his left hand, I want to say, is his shooting hand, so that is slight concern.
That looks like he's right-handed.
Oh, he's right-handed? Okay, never mind.
Because yeah, he's been adjusting to the cast being on his non-shooting hand.
Oh, okay. Well then,
so yeah, 1 week after suffering a fractured left hand, is learning to play with a cast on his non-shooting hand and is itching towards returning soon.
All right then, shut me up. I know nothing.
Listen, it'd be like that. I just remember them. I remember seeing it, and the cast itself, honestly, looks like a pretty minimum cast. It's one of those just like
it's like that cast that Kobe wore back in the like the 2001 season, because you know the dunk I'm talking about, where like he does a backdoor alley oop and he catches it and then waves at the crowd, but you gotta see the white tape on his hand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that.
So yeah, at the end of the day, I think, like I said, I think you'll be fine. Have that cast on it, tape it up right. I think you'll be fine.
I think he'll be good. It's like he shall be fine.
I don't think I had any more topics to put on here today. I think that.
He said, "What?"
I mean, it wasn't a whole bunch of news today.
Probably
Like,
can't.
biggest news football wise that we hosted Blake Roscoff from
Yeah.
Arizona. I mean, if you do, you're throwing him to his right hand.
I was about to say that's the only thing. You're throwing all those alley oops to his right hand. You are not throwing those anywhere else.
And if he goes left handed, they're all layups.
It's all layups.
All layups.
Nah,
So,
man,
the only thing that you missed, Cobb, 3 players aren't at spring practice. They're no longer on the roster as of right now.
and nothing has been said as to why.
And nothing's been said as to why. We recently had a 4-star quarterback visit yesterday on the 2nd. Blake Roscoff out of Arizona. He's ranked as number 137th recruit in the nation and the 14th quarterback in the nation.
Our ladies knocked off Duke and kept them from winning the ACC title outright, and they finished the season 11-1 and then 15-3 over the last 18 games. So our Lady Tar Heel, our women's team, USC Tar Heels women's team, is looking good heading into the ACC and March Madness.
They're going in with a full head of steam going into this tournament, going into March Madness. It's going to be great.
I got a question for you. Speaking of that, I got a question for you because I have a method to this. What is the number one factor you look at going into March Madness tournament for a team to win? What do you think is the number one thing? Like, what's the thing like when you look at teams and you do like a pick 'em on like a piece of paper or whatever? What is the thing you look at most to determine who you think would win a game?
I've been paying attention to them. I really would look at it like, okay, what was their last few games looking like? Like, did they win their last few games? Even if they didn't, were they close? Were they blowouts? Who did they lose to? Like, so depending on those, like if it's one of those teams that went on like a 5-game win streak going into their tournament, and then coming into this, I'm looking for them to win because they're riding momentum from the last couple of games. They're confident. Their chemistry's up. They're ready to go. If it's a team that lost, okay, did they lose to a team they shouldn't have lost to, or did they lose to a team that was legitimately just better than them and there was nothing they could do about it? Because if it's a team that they shouldn't have lost to, then they're coming in with a chip on their shoulder, ready to prove that, hey, we're not as bad as you think we are. And we're going to show you we were never that bad. And that was a fluke. Or if it's one of those, okay, there was nothing else we could do. If there's nothing else we could do, we just got outplayed. Sure, it's a 50-50. Like some of them may come in like, okay, we're going to prove that we can beat teams like that. Other ones are, this is probably where our ceiling is.
So it's funny that you mentioned that. My number one choice, my number one thing, every time I look at, like you, I look at your momentum. I look at how you ended your regular season and how you did in your I look at the first thing I look at is your record at the end of the regular season and in your conference tournament if you have one. And you want to know why? The main reason why I do that? Because I'll never forget the Kimball Walker year with UConn. I picked UConn to win because UConn went on a tear that year in the Big East tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And when they won, because they were in a must-win situation, And I was like, they went on to win all those games. I said, oh, they got a lot of momentum. I'm picking them to win it all. And they won. So I'm like, momentum plays a huge factor. 2, not even going front. I will look at what your scouting report says about your style. So even if, let's say St. Mary's is playing Gonzaga, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gonzaga could be picked to win, but Gonzaga tries to play a slow down offense that only scores 50-something points per game. If St. Mary's might not be as momentum, but St. Mary's is like, yo, we are a 79 like get points per game team. We go out here, we put it up and do what we got to do. And we are spreading the ball out. We are not slowing this down. I'm like, okay, whose style is more likely to win in this matchup? It don't matter about any other set. It's like, whose style can win this matchup?
And Cobb says like, you contain their second best player.
And then thirdly, as funny as it's kept, I sometimes go off jerseys. Sometimes I go off like what the jerseys look like. I'm like, you shouldn't win just based off these jerseys. Like, bro, these jerseys are ugly. Get out of here. Like, you shouldn't win. Or I'm like, oh, these jerseys are fire. Like, yeah. Like the year Florida Gulf Coast won when they were a 15 seed, I definitely did not pick them because I'm like, look at them jerseys. That ain't it. I've seen some lower tier schools have some fire jerseys and go on and make some noise. So I'm just like, I'm going with the jerseys. And then after that, honestly, that's when the biases start kicking in. Like, do you know how many brackets I've probably lost just because I wanted Duke to lose in the first round to like a 15 seed?
Oh, I do the same thing.
Like, I immediately am just like, no, I don't. Like, I just want y'all to fail. Somebody said, why would you have Duke losing to Mount Verde? Because I want them to. Florida Gulf Coast. Hey, Florida Gulf Coast was on a tear that year, boy. They were on a tear.
I always love seeing the lower ranked teams.
Loyola, they went on a tear.
That one was crazy.
Bro, the Loyola run was crazy.
I was rooting for them.
Hey, the VCU runs were cool with Shaka Smart. Those are good runs. The Butler runs with Brad Stevens when he had Gordon Hayward.
I vote for Butler every year. I don't have them winning it, but I vote Butler going in at least Sweet 16. At least Sweet 16
I'm still mad. I wanted Butler to win, especially the first time when they went against Duke and they lost just because they couldn't hit the full court shot. I was like, bro, they should have won. Definitely got to give love to UMCB, University of Maryland CB. That was the first 16 seed to beat a 1. So I got to give them love for that. That was a crazy year because the craziest thing was the fact that they won and they knocked off the overall number 1 seed in Virginia that year. Because I don't know if you remember that the first time a 16 beat a 1 was the 16 seed beating the absolute number 1. And it broke like everybody's bracket.
Anybody but Duke.
Exactly. Like I legit have so much disdain in my heart that I will purposely break my own bracket sometimes just because. And then the year when Coach K announced his retirement, I actually put in my bracket. I'm like, you know what, Duke, I want you to win because the only people that can put Coach K out the pasture is us. Y'all don't get that right. Y'all don't get the right to put Coach K out the pasture. That's got to be a Tar Heel thing. And lo and behold, we did. Like I flat out said that. I was like, Duke can win because so many people were questioning my brackets. They said, Mario, you got Duke getting all the way this far? Why? I'm like, because they got to meet us. Coach K cannot lose until he sees us. Like, I just won't allow that. You're not about to lose. You're not about to lose to flipping Monmouth University. You're not about to lose to Murray State without John Morant. Not about to have you lose to University of Louisiana Monroe. No, you don't get to lose to Kansas State. You lose to us, sir. It's no, Ma. It's my dog. I kill him.
I'm not gonna lie, like losing to Dartmouth, I would have felt bad for anybody at that point.
Dartmouth, Ivy League school. Almost went there.
Good for you.
Oh, listen. It was going to be on a partial basketball scholarship. Only reason I did not go is because it's an Ivy League school and it was a partial basketball scholarship. It wasn't even a full. So I was like, that price tag is going to add up when I graduate. Just for the name and just for it being Ivy League. That's the only reason I didn't go. Part of me wishes I went back just to see what would have happened. That man looked so confused.
Looking through emails.
Emails. But is it that time?
It's that time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it is time for your favorite segment. Time for Tario takeaway of the week. Listen, and I'll get it. That'll be my Tario take of the week. I'll get to it. My Tario takeaway of the week, man. So, OBS, I hate you. I love you, but I hate you. Screwed me over, bro. And you cost me. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you are into content creation, if you're doing this, external hard drives are great until they stop working. This weekend, OBS did not save a file for me, did not save a video for me. It was a great video. And did not save a video, which ended up being corrupted on my hard drive. And then it did it again, which now my hard drive is to the point where it is inaccessible. And I have to take it to a data recovery center to get all the stuff because right now I do not have all 3 years worth of my content accessible to me. So I say all that to say, make sure I am not a cloud person. I'm not a person who is a fan of the cloud. However, I will say this. Make sure you have your stuff saved to multiple backups and better backups. I will be looking into getting an SSD, although I hate the fact that SSDs only come in 1 and 2 terabytes, and my hard drive was 4 terabytes. That's why I like the external hard drive. But, man, make sure you got backups on backups on backups, and I was about to cry. Crash out, throw everything out the window, and flat out quit content creation. But thanks to a lot of support and thanks to the efforts of those around me and everything, specifically my lady, I'm recovered and I'm back on the process of getting everything taken care of. So yeah, have backups, man. Have backups. OBS, figure yourself out. And when I tell you to stop recording, stop recording. OBS. Sheesh. But yeah, have backups, man, and external hard drives.
Appreciate you, Cobb. Always glad to have you, man. Like we appreciate you, bro. Like I said, share it with videos, you know anybody else that's a North Carolina fan. Share it with you guys, man. Share it with you
here. Like, truth be told, bring them here. We can start having y'all come onto the stage if y'all are comfortable, obviously, with your consent. Cut your cameras on. Call it to the stage. We'll have you here. We'll share the links, man.
And we do plan on trying to go live Saturday for the Duke game itself.
Yeah, I should. Depending on what time I gotta head out, but yeah, we'll try to go live for the Duke game. We'll just be here. We might not be able to show the game here with y'all, but y'all get our live reaction as we're watching the game. You know what I mean? So we'll probably go live for the Duke game on Saturday if we can make that work.
All right.
Hold up.
Time to take away the week. Just Drink water. I don't drink no water because I woke up the other day, had a headache. It was god awful. Wife told me probably should drink some water. I didn't believe it. Got home. I think I took like two. I think I took. Ah, yeah. I think I took like two leave that day. Wasn't cutting it. Drank some water. Headache goes away. I'm like, I'll be dang. So remember, even if it ain't a whole lot, drink water. I know you can't see it besides the label. Drink water. It might save your life. It might save you some pain and headache. He said that's it. That's all I got. Drink water from the ocean.
From the ocean.
Do you know the world is like 70% water?
Get out. We're done. Nope. Nope.
You know,
Not doing that today. We are not doing that today. Go ahead, man. Do the outro. Get these people out of here, bro.
Once again, appreciate y'all for coming out. See us every Tuesday here, 9 p.m. And we're also trying to make some extra content going out throughout the week, have some better updates. We're going to get better at that. We promise. Outside of that, y'all stay safe out there. See y'all next week. Peace.
Bye.